Yes, Sarski. Excited for today. Excited for today. So right now, I'm going to acknowledge everyone who comes in here. Roll call, roll call. Roll call, roll call. All right, that's how we're about to do it. Ooh. Timbo just woke up from a nap. Not to do my pre-stream nap to lock in. Who's in here? Eric's in here. Reaper's in here. Joe's in here. Stokes in here. Dre's in here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Arky's in here. I don't know if I said Arky. Dubs is in here. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. So right now, this is what happened. We got 7 people signed up. So, Dubs, if you battle, it'll be our first full tournament with 8. If you don't battle, I have a first round set, and then since Dre won the tournament last week, he will be in the... Essentially, he would be in the bye week because he's the previous reigning champion. So if you would like to join, that will make a full tournament. That's awesome. If you rather sit back, we do have teams, and then Dre will get a bye week because he won last week. So whatever you're happy, works. But we've had tournaments like that, and yeah. So if you want to sign up, you can. If not, we have teams, and then we'll give Dre the bye. I need to add... my boy Trainer. Welcome in. Welcome in. Trob, is that your actual name? It's funny because I went in your stream and we both talked about how I failed to ask each other our names when we met in Chicago. And then long story short, nothing changed. Because in that miss, I still didn't ask you. Momo, don't play with me. Let me do... We're actually doing awesome. Every tournament we've been on time, and we're supposed to start within the first 5 minutes. So we're doing awesome. I'll send you a request. Once you accept that, I'll make the lobby. I would have made it earlier, but I was nappy. Tristan. There it is. I may call you Trob a couple times because you can ask anyone here. I'm not going to say I'm slow, but I'm not the fastest. So we'll start there. But Tristan, my Discord and YouTube community, welcome in Tristan. He was at Collecticon Chicago. Subbed some cards with me at the PSA booth and was a super dope dude. And I believe I met his lady as well. They were both amazing people. And he streams as well, and here we are. So, freaking... He said he would do the tournament 2 days later, and here he is 2 days later. So I respect him even more, because a lot of people say they're going to do something, and I'll never see him again. You'll say I'm slow? Okay. Anyways. Disregard that. I said I wasn't the fastest or the slowest. Dub says he'll join. Why not? All right. So, I'll wait for Dubs to get his team in. I will rework this sheet a little bit. Now that Dubs is here. So let's do... I'm I'm going to keep Arc and Speedy in slot 1 because Arc specifically requested Speedy in the first round. For whatever reason. Okay. Don't ask me. E-Man, welcome in. Morning. Oh my goodness, the time difference. Slow confirm, exclamation mark slow. That might be the new exclamation mark. That might be the new one. So as I'm making these teams, I believe Dubs when he said he's going to join. And he's fond of it. So I can still make the lobby while he's doing that. Because it is past 05 a little bit. But we are looking good. This is going to be our first tournament. Our actual first full tournament. This is insane to me. In 3 weeks, we got a full tournament. I'm happy about that. And I love you guys coming back each week. That's the best part. So we got 1, 2, anti-fake out. Oh my goodness, sound like Eric. He hates the meta. So we'll do this. How many freaking invites did I send? That should be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not 7. I need Dubs. And then for Trob, you may not have accepted my request yet. So in case you didn't, the room ID is at the bottom. So I'll let you type that in. Is that Joe from Oops, I Dropped a Mixtape? Unfortunately, it is. Unfortunately. Yeah. E-Man, you gotta get one of these tournaments. I know you're in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord by now, I'll be inflamed because I know you're in there. You gotta join one of these tournaments. So we should have room members at 9. Trob, we have the code at the bottom for you in case, because I don't think it popped up yet if you accept it. I don't know how fast acceptances refresh, but it should refresh pretty well. Oh, well, the bracket, we'll start when everyone gets here, but you're going to go against Arky. So there's that. Because for whatever reason, Ark specifically wanted to battle you. There it is. You probably can't see it that well, good small. 8 slots. No longer accepting applications. Your form has reached its limit officially. Have 8 people in this week's tournament. We're missing 1 person. Last person is Dubs, who's coming in here. That's awesome. You are in. Just got a shiny reindeer for my daily lineup. Okay, congrats on the shiny. It's crazy because you're getting shinies while we're waiting on you to start tournament. But you know what? If you got a shiny, that's the best reason in any reason to be late. I'm a shiny hunter, so shinies get priority. 100%. So I can't even be mad about that. Shinies get priority. So let me do this. Let me do this. Let me go. Let's go here. And then, so let's do, I like this. I like this bracket. I like this bracket. I don't know why, but we like this bracket. Let's do it. Oh, man. We do an integrity system, by the way. Once the tournament starts, I'm not saying nothing in here. Same. Essentially, if you guys don't know, essentially, we're all just here for fun. Integrity system is that after you win You can still be in the chat talking, but essentially you're not watching the screen because you don't want to know other players' lineups. If you lose, you're obviously out the tournament, so it don't matter if you're watching or not because you ain't in the tournament. So we're gonna have Arc versus Speedy in slot 1. I'm gonna have Reaper versus Dubs in slot 2. I'm gonna have Stokes and Trob in stop 3. Trob does not sound right. Now I really want to say Tristan. I'm gonna have you in slot 3. In slot 4 is Dre and Eric. So essentially, there's no stream sniping, just hanging out. If you lose, obviously you can watch. If you win, kind of turn off the stream or lurk or however that works. Just a gentleman's handshake, gentleman's agreement. If you guys are in the Discord, I know a group of people are in the Discord right now. They're in the voice channel. They like to hang out and just talk during the tournament, especially if you're battling each other out of love. Nothing serious. So if you guys want to hang out there, I believe Stokes may be in there, Reaper may be in there, Eric may be in there. If Trob is correct, then I'm gonna say Trob, because like he wants to say Trob and Trobe. I believe Arky's in there. There's a good amount of people in Discord right now. Tim, will you be able to text me on your matchup? Because your screen ain't gonna be up for me. Yes, I will do that. I'll do that for you, brother. I can do that. I'll send it in the group chat with you and Dre, because then it'll be easier to message both you guys, if that works. All right. Announcements are made. You guys can start. I will just be hopping around the battles, and then we'll really lock in during the semifinals and finals championship. T-Rob. T-Rob sounds funny. Trob. Perfect. Trob. Because Trobe would be E at the end. Trob. Tristan definitely sounds natural, but we're going to say Trob. So on court 1, we have Arc and Speedy. We got Eric and Reaper in court 2. Court 3, we have Stokes and Trob. And in number 4, we have... Oh, wait. I said it backwards? I just said it backwards. We have Arc and Speedy in 1. Reaper and Dubs in 2. Stokes and Trob in 3. And Dre and Eric in 4. I said that backwards. If you guys are in your match, you're doing good. I said it backwards. Exclamation mark alert. Let me look. Everyone looks good. What the poop? This looks dope. Oh my goodness. I can't lie. I kind of want to close the chat real quick so I can get a screenshot later for the thumbnail. How you, let me close that real quick for like 5 seconds just so I can get a screenshot for the thumbnail. Hopefully the thumbnail fits, but I don't know who we want to hop. I low-key want to hop in a Stokes match because both Stokes and Trob is their first time in the tournament. So I do want to spectate their play styles and how they play, if you guys want me to tell the truth. All right. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I think it's a huge milestone. All right. Let's get it. What's YouTube? It's your boy Timbo back with another video. And this is Clash of Champions tournament. Today is doubles. Tomorrow's a single. Every week we have a weekly tournament. And as you guys can see, for the first time, we have a full tournament. We have Arc and Speedy in bracket 1, Dubs and Reaper in bracket 2, Stokes and Trobe in bracket 3, and in bracket 4, we got Dre and Eric. This is going to be a recap of the stream. So if you ever want to be in the tournament, or if you ever want to watch, we do live stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. CST and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. CST for singles. So I don't know, we're probably going to jump into the semifinals or finals matchup when we do this, but I did want to show we have our first full tournament after week 3, and I'm super proud about that. So let's get to the matches, baby. Gotta go here first. Let's get to the matches. Spectate. Oh man, take a sip of water. Last time I ran out of breath, I ain't gonna lie, and we only had the semifinals, so there's that. Let's do it. Let's do it. So coming in, we got Stokies versus Trob. On the left, got a Milotic and a Whimsicott. We don't know what's in the back. And on the right, there was a Gliscor and a Sinistcha. And as you guys know, Sinistcha is like the one right now. I think it's top 10 in double. Sinistcha goes crazy. I know I'm probably butchering the name. Doesn't matter. Next to it is an Aegislash. So Trobe does have one more in the back. I'm not sure what that last one is. We will find out. And we do know Stokes has 2 in the back. I love this matchup just because I don't know the matchup. That's what makes me love it. That's what makes me excited, for the sheer fact that it's the first time that both of these gentlemen are in the tournament. So just seeing what they brought in, seeing their play style, and we're going to go from there. So Stokes takes out the Whimsicott, bringing the Komodo. Don't see that too often, especially in the ring field. Okay, Komodo was poisoned. I believe there's a Toxic Spike setup turn that we miss. Aegislash changes its stance, getting to attack mode. Sacred Sword hits Milotic. Milotic is pretty thick. That does about 35%. Machagacha comes in. That's going to hit Milotic for some big damage, leaving it in the red, but it does survive. Komodo comes in, and right when it comes in, gets slapped, and Milotic takes the burn to the chin. Status conditions at its finest. Milotic uses a coil. I want to say koi. Koi is a fish, though. Coil. That's go up. Komodo does have a little bit of HP. Poison negates it. Milotic is burned, and that turn where Stokes swapped is a free hit from Trob. So the second we came in, we seen Gliscor gone, and it looked like to be on the side of Stokes. In that one turn, a swap and a buff play, and now both of his members on his team has a status condition, while Trob got a free turn to fire away for free. So with that being said, where will Stokes take his next step? He knows for sure Milotic has done this turn. The stance changes. Aegislash uses King Shield, a protection. No damage there, as assumed. Next, Sinistcha used Protect, a double protect to make sure that the status stays statusing. Very smart play on Trobe's side to take it slow, not to worry about it. Clinking scales, and there is my Lotic. Mo has his leftovers, so he goes up. The poison will bring it back down, and there it is. The poison is doing more than the heals. Milotic is gone. Now both sides are even with 3 on each side still remaining. We know 3 on Trobe's side with the Gliscor, Aegislash, Sinistcha. We know 3 on Stokes Slash with the Whimsicott, the Komodo, and now we know the 4th, a Meganium coming in, taking the Toxic Spikes. Now it's poison. So now we know all of Stokes' mons. 1's gone, 3 on the field, 2 are poisoned, and 1 in the back. Oh my goodness, that was a bar. Now we have Sinistcha, Aegislash, and a question mark in the back. It is scary knowing that Stokes has 3 mons on his team that's weak versus Fire, Meganium, Whimsicott, and Scizor. Wow, I look on the opposite side, and I see 2 mons that can handle those 3, because you see a Torkoal and Incineroar, as well as a Poison type. So Stokes does have a little disadvantage on the fire side. Will Meganium be the right play? Will Meganium help take this first game to the next level? Mega Meganium comes in, reacting to the ring, looking nice as ever. Its ability is getting Solar Beam first turn without the sun. Solar Beam, typically you need to charge, or if you have Sunny Light, you don't need it with that. Komodo, it avoids. It comes in, a Rock Slide, Aegislash. You do not see that too often. Very interesting to see. Machagacha comes in. Komodo, Meganium goes down. Now it's time for Stokes to get his lick back. Meganium said, I don't have any taste right now. That hits and flinches. And now, half on both sides. Honestly, for something that's not too effective, it did well. Aegislash with the leftovers. We know Komodo has leftovers. And we also know both are poison. That Meganium definitely probably would have took something out if it had a chance, but it flinched. And with that being known, how much damage it's doing, Stokes' Tailwind peeled out, and it still went slower than Sinistcha and Aegislash, so that is a problem. Now we know for future matches that with the Tailwind, it does not matter, because Stokes' mons are pretty slow still, or Trobe's mons are fast, whatever side of the glass you want, half empty, half full. What we do know is, with the Tailwind, it's still not enough. So that in itself does stand out. That is going to be huge. Rock Slide comes in. They both survive. Let's see if any of them are flinched. But first, Sinister should go. They use Matcha Gotcha. Will it take them both out or will they survive? They both survive. It's his chance to get his lick back as long as there's no flinches. Last time I said that, a flinch happened on Meganium. And so now, heals from Sinister. Synthesis from Meganium. Just trying to buy another turn. Another opportunity to shine. Mega Soul brings in that HP. Goes for both sides with the Komo-o. So double damage on the Komo-o. Defense is getting lower and lower. But Meganium does have a little bit more time to fight. An aggressive and a passive play on both ends from Stoke. Doesn't go super aggressive attacking both, but isn't fully passive by negating both. He said, I'm going to heal one, I'm going to attack one. But we do know that even with the leftovers, Komo-o is gone this turn. So that in itself is scary. That will leave Stoke to his last 2 mons if that's the case, and they're both grass type. Traub is getting low on his side. If Meganium can get a nice move off, it can be 2-2 with half on one side. We have to see these plays. These plays are crucial. Both are new trainers in the tournament. We both don't know their play styles. They both brought in some very interesting teams. I don't think I've seen a Gliscor in the tournament yet. I've probably seen Torkoal once, as well as we've seen a Meganium once, but we have not seen a Komo-o. So both have their styles. They both have their mons. And Whimsicott comes in, takes the poison, and Stoke said, you know what? We're going to keep Komo-o in the back, so he's not gone this turn. Aegislash, King Shield, as expected, gets protected and gets to survive another turn. Dazzling Gleam comes in from the Meganium. Aegislash protects. It's faster than the Matcha Gotcha this time. The Matcha Gotcha takes out the Sinister. I don't know what happened there, but it is slower now. With the Tailwind gone, I'm going to have to do some more research on that one. Poison hits the Whimsicott. So now, that does buy Stokes a little time. Knowing that Komo-o is going to get cooked with that poison, but he does know he has one more turn with a mon in the back. Both of Traub's mon are out. Aegislash, Tyranitar. Nice little combo because the Sandstorm buff won't affect Aegislash as a steel type. So now, both mons on Stoke's side is poison. Both will get buffed by Sandstorm. And the only one who had leftovers is in the back with 2 HP with poison, which is Komo-o. This is the plays we like to see. A setup play by Whimsicott. Getting a Tailwind, needs a little bit of speed. That's going to be huge because Tyranitar is naturally slow. Dazzling Gleam comes in. Hits Tyranitar for a lot of his marbles, but not all of them. Leaves it down to 55. Aegislash down to 11 in the red. Aegislash gets his stance changed. He said, this is my chance to get a lick back. Rock Slide comes in. Meganium avoids. So one flinch from Meganium previous turn avoids this turn. Whimsicott comes down to 75. And now we have a Rock Slide from Tyranitar. Doesn't avoid this one. And now Sandstorm buff plus the poison buff. Whimsicott ideally is done. Meganium may stay alive. We'll see after this. Leftover goes to Aegislash at 19. Whimsicott is gone. Let's see where Meganium is. Meganium is gone. This is scary because we know Aegislash has King Shield and can buy time. It can buy a turn. So close to that Dazzling Gleam knocking that Tyranitar off his muscles. Now, is Komo-o faster to hit both? Even if it does, we just talked about that shield from Aegislash. That's the scary part. He does have a dual move, but Aegislash can protect itself to buy a little bit more time for that poison tick to start ticking like a time bomb. Komo-o use protect. Aegislash use protect, aka King Shield. Stoke said, I threw GG's. Hey, GG's brother. First game, Sandstorm comes in. He just wanted to end it in a gentleman's way with protect. And there it is. Trainer Traub takes the first one. GG's to both sides. We're going to have to stop by and see how they go. And with that being said, we're going to go and see who else is playing. And we're going to check what it's looking like. Dre beat Eric. Dubs won 2 in a row. And so Dubs got both of his. So I believe Dubs goes on to the next one. GG's to Dubs, GG's to Reaper. Dre defeated Eric. Speedy defeated Ark. Probes defeated Stokes. I love how this updates without me refreshing the ZL. And so we're going to hop in to this Dre and Fuego game because they're on game 2. And let's spectate them to see where they're at. Again, GG's to Reaper and GG's to Dubs. GG's to both sides. So coming in on this match, we have Dre on the left, we got Eric on the right. Dre did win the first game, so he's up 1 on this series in the first round. I see Farafarig as well as I see a little Venusaur knocked out. So Dre should be coming in with his last 2. NPC Fuego. He has 3 on his side. This is going to be nice. Hagaron and a Torkoal on Dre's side changed it to a harsh light. On NPC Eric's side, we got an Aquanid, a Belly Boat, and we have a good old Dragapult. So let's see. I love how it says Smokey. Makes me think of Friday. Oh man. Legendary movie. If y'all haven't seen it, it's a classic. So now we got to see where this is going because there's a mod named Ark. Funny. Okay. A-R-K, or we could say Arky, on Eric's side that has down to the red. And so we don't know how much that the Dragapult, I believe, has in the back. So this could be a very close game, or it could be Eric leading. Protect by Big Hungry. Hungry Boy with the Protect. Eruption from Smokey. Eruption coming in, hitting Aquanid, taking the rest of Arky Sparky, and now that ideally will be the end of the turn. Aggron's going to get his lick, but it won't hit because of Protect. Body Press comes in, shield from the Protect, and so now we get to see who will come in. A Leech was happened, a play we missed, so Hungry Boy was Leech before he was gone. Venusaur said, hey, I may be knocked out, but y'all ain't gonna forget me. So they left a little piece of the pie, and it goes to Aggron. That's a very selective choice because whatever slot you pick is gonna get healed. And Aggron is a very, very bulky mon. And so, we have a Trevenant that comes out. We know all of Eric's. We see what Dre has. Let's see. Harsh Light and one more status of Trick Room on the field. We have a Trick Room, Harsh Life, and a mon that's seeded. That mon is Belly Boat. So let's go. Big Hungry with the Quick Claw. Going a little quicker than normal. Sucker Punch comes in. Takes Torkoal, which is huge because Eruption's based off how much HP. So to take a little bit off, Volt Switch comes in, takes half from the Aggron, and now he's like, peace, see you later. I'm not healing you anymore from my Leech Seed. So now it gives the opportunity for Dragapult to come in, which is a ghost type. So depending on what moves happen, it may not affect it. Erupt does come in. It does more damage because of sunlight, but less because of HP, but good enough to pull the chair from Trevenant. Trevenant's gone, and now a little trick name Gengar for the Dragapult, and the Iron Defense comes in, and now +2 defense. Dimensions are back to normal, so no more Trick Room, no more mons on the back. The last 2 mons are on the field. Torkoal, Aggron, Belly Bolt, Dragapult. Last mons out. Harsh Sunlight and Iron Defense, and now we have a Fake Gengar and a Big Hungry on the side. This is going to be important plays right here because it's going to determine the game. It's honestly going to determine the round because if Dre wins, he gets to advance to the semifinals. If Eric wins, he gets an opportunity to push this round even further and to see if he still has hopes to being a tournament champ by proceeding to the semi-final round. This is exciting. I love seeing something like this. Sweating on his face, a scary moment. And this is a huge part because this is the reigning champion from last week, Hey Dre. This is about holding his title spot. Phantom Force comes in, evades from the heavy slam. Then after, we have Soak. Soak is coming in. Turn to a water type. Earth Power comes in, Huge play by turning into a water type, especially with the harsh sunlight out, and even with the earth power. Electro, Phobosis, whatever that is. I butchered the poop out of that. That was a bad butcher. But whatever it is, that's what it's at. And so now, Parabolic Charge comes in, protects itself. Can't protect everything. Takes Smokey for all his marbles. Gengar stays alive. Fake Gengar. It's a Dragapult. Gets a little bit of heals from that. Extra energy's drained. That's crazy. Slapping your boy to get some more HP. How disrespectful is that? Bro said, I'm going to hit you in your chin just to get a heal. But it's ideal. And Dre said, I'm not gonna play around with you no more at all. And so now that is the game that takes it to another round. The NPC comes in and takes over. Trainer Rob, let's see. There we go. Speedy defeats Arky, so they should be on the next game. Eric, Don Fuego. So let's go by and see what Arky and Speedy's on, because they're the last ones we haven't spectated. And so let's see how they are doing on this side of the field. And so now, Arky with his backs against the wall. We came in at a I ain't gonna lie, at a sad moment. Goodness gracious. I see a Garchomp sitting there huffing and puffing, and a Clefable just smiling like, I heard what you said about fairy types earlier. And it's crazy because I told Ark his favorite dragon type gonna get slapped by a fairy. I come in to see this. Chomp, chomp, avoiding attacks, hitting rock slide, but I see him eye to eye with a fairy type. What are the chances that conversation happened right before this tournament? Moonblast comes in, hits the Garchompy, and takes him out. And you know what? I respect this matchup because Ark specifically wants to battle Speedy, and Ark told me he's building teams and he wants to battle good competition. And he said someone he wanted to test out his skills against was Speedy. So you know what? I 100% respect that. Knowing someone is a admirable opponent and knowing that, like, you know what? I want to battle him. I want to get better. So now we're going to stop by, see what Stokes and Trop is on. Let's spectate. Let's go, let's go, let's go. GG's to both sides. Like I said, I respect that from Arky 110%. Whenever you're trying to play better competition and get better, you can never knock that. And so, coming in at a pivotal moment, Stokes holding down that fort, 2 poison types on his side, but it seems like he has everyone still alive. Mega Caesar in the back, so we know he touched the field because he megaed. A Tailwind comes to Milotic. The Aegislash is by itself. Gliscor is gone, Sinister's gone, and Tyranitar is gone. A Scald comes from the Aegislash, hoping for a status condition, no status condition. Stance changes, going into attack mode. Rock Slide comes in, hits the Whimsicott, does hit the Milotic. Milotic stays alive, but does take that poison tick. And so, it's far from over. Aegislash has leftovers. It can constantly heal, or should I say protect. Oh my goodness, that looks like it was badly poisoned. Milotic just melted, and there you have it. One turn, and both are gone. So, that is crazy. A Mega Scizor is coming out. A Komodo is coming out. Let's see where their HPs are at. Poison to the Komodo. Badly poisoned, so that's definitely the Toxic, getting worse over time. Scizor isn't affected because he's a Steel type. This is scary because Aegislash can constantly get those leftovers. It can keep using its stance change to King Shield and Protect. So though Trobe is backs against the wall, he still has an Aegislash who's going to be using the poison on his side. So King Shield comes in. It protects itself. Bullet Punch from the Caesar, obviously protected. Oh, his attack went down too. Oh no. Plankus Soul. What the poop is that? Attack, defense, special attack, speed, everything rose. It loses some of its HP to do that. That's huge. Leftovers comes in, but he's badly poisoned. So that toxic is a problem. So for that to happen, essentially will be 2 toxic spikes or hit him with a straight poison. That is huge. Definitely gonna rethink my team comps for double next time because the synergy didn't quite work out as I thought it would. You know what? That's trial and error. That's how you grow your team. And I still respect your decision that each week you want to play the hardest competition in earlier rounds than latter. And I respect that. Scizor standing strong saying poison can't hurt me as a steel type. Komo'o said, you know what? I'm going to lose some HP, but I'm going to take some buff. Comes down to about 67% of his HP. Aegislash sitting there, going to be playing with the badly poisoned ticks and going to be alternating from attacking and shielding. Attacking and shielding. Oh no! I got booted. I would just load back in the game and see what happens. I honestly do not know what would happen. I would load back in. That actually has never happened. This would be the first. Typically, if you don't respond, they'll do the first move that's at the top of your list. So load back in and let us know if that lets you back in. And then we're gonna go from there. If you don't respond, they'll just pick your first move. Which honestly didn't pick a bad first move. Good damage. It did damage the right one too. Give us an update once it lets you in or not, and I will go from there. Yeah, this actually has not happened. I'm trying to see where we would be. Scizor use protect. Stance change. King shield. Leftovers comes in. Still badly poisoned. Can't forget that Aegislash with the leftovers. Tailwind goes away. He was updated. Let me see. Believe that it should maintain your invite. So it shows you're in. I know there's a stream delay, but it does show that you're in. Don't know if it holds your spot. It says the battle already ended. So we're gonna head over to GG. So we're gonna go over to Dre's and Eric's as we see what happens here. It's fake Gengar. I see Gengar and I think Gengar when I read Gengar, but Gengar and Gengar to Dragon Pulse. What a freaking scammer. He's one of those kind of guys. He's a name scammer. He's a name scammer. Yeah, Stokes. GG's. That definitely goes to you. Without a doubt. It was 2-on-1. Trob isn't in here right now. I believe his game crashed. So we'll see if he readies up into a new one. Until then, we are going to stay here. So that's probably why he didn't get the chance to type GG's as well. Big Hungry. Use Protect. Phantom Force comes in. Feel hot as can be. I see that harsh sunlight. Twisted Dimensions return to normal. We got Jeffrey. Hi, my name's Jeff. We got good old Jeff. Lotus Flower. Big Hungry and Fake Gengar. And so now, Fuego's down to his last 2 Mons. Dre lost 1, but he still has 2 in the front and 1 in the back. And so now, we get to see if Dre can clutch this or if Fuego's going to pull something that we've never seen before. There's no more Trick Room. And by default, I'm going to say that Eric did the Trick Room because he loves Trick Room. But I do see a Jeffrey on their side, so either one could have did the Trick Room. Phantom Force comes in. It doesn't affect Jeffrey. Giga Drain comes in. That's the part that's rough when you're playing a grass team and you have that soak, even if you don't have that soak. But that takes away a move. So now, Gengar by himself uses Psychic, does a good amount of damage, leaves him down to half. And so, here we are. 3 on Dre's side, 1 on Eric's side, holding it down. What shall happen? Holding it down. GG's Dre. I was counting on the Quick Claw. He put his eggs of the marbles in a Quick Claw. Phantom Force comes in. He said GG's, but you know what? I got to get a little bit more screen time on the tournament. So we going to vanish real quick. Get a little bit more screen time. And see where we're at. The harsh sunlight faded. Ah, man. Hey, if you want me, you gotta catch me. And so, Gengar is hiding in the mist. Oh, that's hilarious. I love that. Psychic avoided the attack. Leech Seed avoided the attack. And now the turn goes where Phantom Force hits. I swear, when they do that animation, they freeze from the Phantom Force, I feel like it can paralyze. I don't think Phantom Force paralyzes. But I wouldn't be surprised, because with that animation, I can see him having like a little longer delay and then seeing the static of paralysis around them. Definitely something I can see happening. And so, I don't know how many more tricks Gengar has, but it's playing off of that. Psyche comes in from Jeffrey. Hits him for 14 nuggets. Down to the red. Hey Dre's right there. Sludge Bomb from the Lotus. Lotus Flower Bomb. It keeps me hot. And teach me all the signs of love. Flower Bomb. Just so very fragrant. Or whatever they said. GG's to Dre. So as of now, Speedy is going to the next round. Dubs is going to the next round. Dre is going to the next round. And we have Probe and Stokes. Spectate. Yay! New game loaded in, new match coming on this side. We just finished all the first round games. Now we're down to Stokes and Trainer Rob. This is the match of matches because both of these players, this is their first time in the tournament. So because of that, we get to see, will they advance to the semifinals? Who will advance to the semifinals? We have Stokes, we got Trainer, we got Double T's. Force Field comes in, doesn't affect the Aegis Slash because the Ghost type, that's a fighting type move. And so we can see Mega Scizor was on the field for a little bit. Whimsicott and Komodo, I don't know what Stokes' last is. On the right side, we see an Incineroar that was on the field, an Aegis Slash, and a Shinisty. This is huge. We don't get too many first round game matchup battles, but we did watch the first one fully, and we did watch this one. The first one is the one that Trainer won. The second one Stokes pulled off, and now we're on the third match. Lashkar. Whimsicott goes away. Let's see who comes out. Shinishta. So this is the part where we were talking about it's kind of scary for Stokes because 3 of his Mons right now in this final match is weak against fire. Especially Skizor. Skizor to Caesar is especially weak. You add the other two, Shinishti and Whimsicott is extremely weak versus fire. We know there's an Incineroar on the opposite side. No Torkoal this time because you see all the Mons are out. So all the Mons are out. All the cards are on the field. Now for both sides, it's strat. It's not wondering who's in the back, who's coming in. It's wondering on where is my strats. I do think it's smart by Stokes to bring in Scizor, knowing that the previous games were about the poison status. So that does negate it for one of the Mons. So I think that's huge. And so now it does put a little bit of pressure because when you see poison spikes on the field, especially multiple where you're toxic and badly poisoned, it makes you not want to swap as much because you know when you come in, you're taking those and you're getting a hit to the face. Gliscor with a quick call, going a little faster than usual. Using Psychic Fangs does a good amount to Komo-O. Now we have Rock Slide from the Aegislash. How much will that do? Not enough. Komo-O swipes it off. Sinister, Komo-O looking eye to eye, and they're about to tango. Life Dew coming in. Good play. Shinishta takes that. Komo-O takes some HP. Nice move. Clanger is Shoal. So now he hits both. Actually, no. That's when the stats go down. I'm getting my moves mixed up. That's a risky play. Going for the heal because it's faster. Getting a little bit of buff. Dimensions are back on normal. So I love the status buff, but definitely a gamble, especially making your HP even lower. Let's see. Will this play in Stokes' favor? I love a good gamble. You don't need to see me on Prize Picks or Underdog. I love a good gamble. Oh my goodness. This is what we like to see. The first round done. The latest and two newest players to the tournament are the last match. Taking their time, making their plays, making themselves well known to this tournament. Sinister became the center of attention. Playing Scales comes in. Beautiful play by taking that attention while getting that buff. Great play. Psychic Fangs comes in. Takes a little bit off the chin, but not too much. Aegislash does Night Slash. That's going to do a good amount of damage, but not enough. Comes down to 40. Great play. Takes the Citrus Berry to the chin, and here we are. Komo-O with leftovers. So this time, no poison status on both sides. You got some good healing, and now Komo-O is a threat. Is a threat. You keep drawing the attention of Sinister. It can hit both sides, and it just got buffed. That's a threat. What also is a threat is that Incineroar in the back. It can hit a good amount of mons to Sinister, the Whimsicott, the Scizor. That Incineroar can handle business. Both sides have a threat. Both sides have a secret weapon, and both sides are going into this turn. Speaking of the man, the myth, the legend, coming in, bringing down the attack. Very nice. Stance change. King Shield takes a protect. So both attack goes down. It gets a protect off. So here we are. Rage Powder. Huge because one of them wasn't attacking. That's the Incineroar. He just swapped in. Now, Komo-O. Clanging Scales. Protects Aegislash. How much will it do to Incineroar? Oof! Did more than half. Defense goes down again. And so here we are. Another turn goes by. Komo-O gets a little bit more leftovers under its belt. Aegislash gets a little bit more leftovers under his belt. Another turn goes by. All these mons are within half territory. All these mons are in range of getting knocked off of their chin. A nice uppercut and having them go back in that Pokeball with an X at the bottom right corner of their icon. They both have an opportunity to do that. And so, as these turns go by, they're taking longer and longer to make their moves. Clanging Scales comes in. Incineroar goes, but Aegislash said, I'm going to stay alive. So that secret weapon we were talking about that can take out most of Stokes' team is gone. Stokes handled him. Komo-O's defense is going down a dark, dirty path. Life Dew comes in, heals the Komo-O, brings that HP up, brings it back up. That's what we don't want to see. We don't want to see endless healing coming in. That Sinister survives with 9 nuggets, and it was a crit. So close to knocking it out, but not close enough. Komo-O comes in with the heal. That Sinister is a problem. Now we see why it's ranked so high in doubles. Because it is annoying. It is a menace. It is protecting that Komodo with its life, metaphorically, literally. And speaking of how much of a menace it is, now Rob gets to be like, you know what? I see what you did with your Sinistcha. Now it's time to show you what I can do with mine. Full HP, we know it can heal. We know we can do Macha Gotcha, hit both sides. We know it's a problem. What will Trainer Rob do? How will he do it? Will he do and reflect with non-stop heals? Will he be more aggressive with his? Will his have the same output of Stokes? Because Stokes just kept Komodo alive by holding its hand and holding its pocket. Will Sinistcha go in attack mode, or will it hold the remaining pockets of Aegislash and Gliscor? Sinistcha coming back in for Stoke. And so Scizor is going to get a free hit to the chin. Komodo uses Protect. So any focus on Scizor is free licks. Free licks of Lollipop, stance change, and ideally a King Shield. So that's a great time to swap if you know when the King Shield is coming in. Now we have Trick Room from the Sinistcha. I said, you know what? Slow it down. Take your time. No need to rush. Aegislash with the 46, little bit of HP from the leftovers. Komodo with a little HP from the leftovers. And now the rooms are tricked. The tables are slower. They're not turned, just slower. So if you got no speed, you're ideally going first indeed. And so now, let's see how we can tumble. Let's see how we can tussle. Komodo's ready. Scizor's ready. Sinistcha's ready. And Aegislash is ready as well. These next 2 or 3 turns is going to change everything. Stance change comes in. Rock Slide hits the noggin. Komodo did get a nice buff a few minutes ago. Keeps over half. Doesn't affect it. Doesn't affect too much on Scizor either. That Macha Gotcha getting a little bit of attack under its belt. Taking the Komodo to 60. Scizor to 109. Not doing too much damage. Mostly ineffective, but leaves the burn. Static conditions are huge. Dual Wing Beat comes in. That's a 1. That's a 2. Oh my goodness. Sinistcha is gone. Who would have knew? And now we have to see, is Aegislash going to survive? Aegislash comes down to 0. Incineroar is down to 0. Sinistcha is down to 0. And you have a Gliscor. He is the lone soldier, which is scary because we can't forget Komodo keeps getting heals. It has a few buffs. And Stokes has his full lineup under his belt. The full lineup under its belt. That team is a tough team 100%. I love it because my man's trainer, Rob, told me he made this team last second. And when he made this last second, he was like, you know what? Whatever, we're going to throw in a team. And so for it to be a tough team and to be made last second is huge. That just shows you the creativity that trainer has, which is insane. And this is why I swapped Meganium for Pelipper. That's true. You've been practicing with Pelipper, but you entered Meganium in the team, and Meganium actually did his job. Oh, man. This is what we like to see. Matches from new players in the tournament. Giving their all, going to game 3, and getting some matches in. Stokey Pokey. GG's. Trainer, Rob, GG's to both sides. And so, with that being said, we have the semi-finals coming in. So bracket 1 winner will be playing bracket 2's winner. Bracket 3 winner will be playing bracket 4 winner. So Speedy will be battling Dubs in the first slot. Stokes will be battling Dre in the second spot. GG's. Trob, I'm happy you joined. I'm so happy. A man of your word, you hung out, you joined. And for scrambling a team literally like an hour before the tournament, that's crazy. That's freaking insane to me. Literally hopped in your Twitch, you picked a couple mons from recruitment, scrambled it together, changed some moves. So to have a rough team that worked really well and synergized together, I think is insane. Like, I know a lot of players, including myself, we spend all week preparing teams for tournaments and practicing with them. So for you to be like, oh, an hour before, let me just build something, that's insane. And for Stokes to say that's a tough team, Stokes has been here for a while battling and watching, that's incredible. That is incredible. And so this is the part where we have slot 1 and 2 with Speedy and Dubs. And then the next slot, we have Stokes and Dre. And let me see. Both of them said they were going. Let me make sure because they're already playing. They are doing the honor rules. So they told me to text them earlier when they're in. So while I waited, name my time after this. Yay! Love you too, Dubs. Love you too. If you guys are still in the room, you guys can battle each other on court 3 and 4. I know a couple of the fellas are on Discord and they like to do that. So if you guys want to stay, you guys are more than welcome to stay and keep battling in the lower courts. We are going to focus on the semifinals. And so I honestly want to keep watching. I think we're just going to spectate Stokes and Dre. I want to watch all their matches for the semifinals. I think that's where I want the recap to be. Stokey's first time in the tournament. I know he's supported a lot of videos, so he gets to be in one. Let's do it. Let's get it. What's YouTube? It's your boy Timbo, back with another video. And we have Clash of Champions Week 3 tournament. And right now in the semifinals, we have Stokes on the left, Dre on the right. And this is huge because this is Stokes' first time in the tournament. And last week, Hey Dre was the previous champion. We are live streaming right now. So if you ever want to watch the live, if you ever want to be here during the live, stop by. Every Tuesday, we have doubles. Every Wednesday, we have singles at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you want to join these matches, check out my community page on YouTube. You can see the sign up form there, or you can ! Discord. Join our Discord. It's in my bio and should be in this chat. And then the tournament link is in there as well. It's the same link every time. So once you got it, don't lose it. And right now, we're coming in. Let's go, Stokies. Hey, Dre. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Let's do it. First timer. Returning champ from week 2. Watch party, watch party, watch party. Mari's coming in. Hi, Mari. So right now, Stokes brings out Komodo and Whimsicott. Hey, Dre. He brings out the Venusaur and the Farafarig. I almost said Drafarig. Farafarig. Give me 1 second. It's getting toasted here because the tournament's eating up. The tournament's eating up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's open the door. The battles is going crazy. We haven't even started, but this is fun to see the semifinals already. I'm excited to see. It gives me a chance to sit down and actually see how Stokes likes to play his team. We did spectate a little bit in the first round. We were bouncing around from each player, each team, and each match. And so to actually sit down and watch the whole semifinals, an opportunity to see his play style, his team that he's been working on all week. And right now, Mega Venusaur comes in on Dre's side. He's ready. Ready. Whimsicott with the tailwind, giving a little bit of speed to come up. Because bro was slow. Clangorous Soul goes in. Now, takes that buff, loses that HP. Sludge Bomb comes in, hits that Whimsicott, survives with a Focus Slash. Good survive, because that's extremely effective getting that fairy and grass type. And so now, Psychic comes in. Is that going to be everything? Komo survives. That's huge. That buff he took helped him survive a little bit. To each its own, because technically he lost HP to get the buff, but he survived. So if he didn't, but both ways, on Stokes' side, it is red. On Dre's side, it is green. A setup turn for Stokes. It took some speed and it took a buff, which is very risky to take that Tailwind in front of Barafarig, knowing that a lot of them run Trick Room. So to take that speed, knowing you see that, is a gamble. But Stokes, he's a gambling man. He's a gambling brother. So let's see what we have. We don't know what we have in the back for Dre yet. He's only showed 2. Stokes may or may not decide to swap out. There it is. Whimsicott does come out. Now that it comes out, Skizor the Caesar comes in, makes his roar, ready to go. Komo protects to buy a little bit of time. We know that it does have leftovers, get a little bit of HP back. Sludge Bomb comes in, protects itself. Crazy if it would have went to the other spot because it wouldn't affect from the steel type. Comes in with the Hyper Voice, hits Caesar for a little bit, not too effective. Komo protect, and here we are. Stokes typed and said, oh, I'm nervous. I don't think this one's mine. But it barely started. Ebony Unicorn and her friend stopped by? Wait, where'd it go? I saw a pop-up on the stream that Ebony Unicorn was here with her friends. No. Was I lied to? YouTube, don't lie to me. YouTube! Did we get a YouTube lied to me, man. YouTube be getting my hopes up. Sludge Bomb comes in. Milotic takes his chin 118 down. Trick Room, which we talked about earlier. That's scary to have a Whimsicott use that Tailwind. You want that speed, but you know the dimensions will be twist. So right now, Stokes hasn't done any damage to Dre. A lot of setup moves, a lot of swapping. Stokes is second guessing his decision. That's the scary part. He's second guessing in a moment where he's in the semifinals. You got to come in with that confidence. Ebbs, I think you rated me. I don't know. It flashed on my screen on OBS, but didn't flash on the stream. But if you rated me, thank you. And if you just stopped by and said hi, hello, welcome in. And if other people are there from a raid, hi, I'm Jimbo. We're having our weekly tournament. Join it if you like to battle. If you like to spectate, that's what I'm doing as well. And so, Milotic standing strong, Caesar standing strong. A helping hand goes to the Venusaur. That is scary because Venusaur already hits like a truck because it's a Mega. Sludge Bomb comes in, hits the Milotic. That helping hand wasn't as strong as we expected. Life due from the Milotic. Takes that HP up a notch, brings it back to 77, brings Scizor back to full HP. Dual Wing Beat comes in, hits for 1, hits for 2, leaves it down to 17, leaves it down to the red, and a crit was landed. Super effective as we know. So now the Tailwind peels out, the Tailwind goes away. The Trick Room is still active. 3 more turns of Trick Room. So we don't know if this is going to go against Stokes or for Stokes because Milotic honestly isn't the fastest mon. It's pretty slow in general, and it does have healing ability, which is huge. If it goes first for the Trick Room and it can heal, can help a lot. Momo's in the back barking and he's hyped too. My doggy is turned. I don't even know if the mic could pick it up. But he's lit in this biscuit as well. Probably wants a biscuit. Bro be barking for treats. But Scizor took that life due to the chin. Full HP. Jeffrey, full HP. Dre takes out Jeffrey. So a lot of them run Iron Tail where you can't priority move. So that's crucial. Wash Rotom comes in. Uses Giga Drain. It avoids the attack. That may change the game. Scout comes in. It is a water type, so it won't do too much. We'll see. Status, any burns? And the burn ticks. The burn comes in. Late me raid. Thank you, Ebony Unicorn. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. You guys are awesome. And Lotus Flower Bomb gets smacked off his chin. Caesar gets sent back to Stokes. So, now, earlier Stokes said, I'm not going to lie, I think this one is yours, speaking to Dre. Now we see a little bit of tables turning. Like I always tell people, you don't count money until it's in your pocket. My mom always told me that. People said, oh, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that. You never count money till it's in your bank account. So never count a loss until you see it on the screen. And this is the action we like in the semifinals. Jeffrey with full HP, Suds on the sign with a burn, Whimsicott down to 1 HP thanks to the Focus Sash, and Milotic, which we know has Life Dew, a healer of all sorts, to potentially help Whimsicott get back to his HP up. And so, technically Stokes still has all of his mons alive, even Whimsicott at 1 HP. Venusaur's gone on the other side. Milotic the healer goes away. Scizor comes back. So a play of swaps, a play of plays. Psychic comes in, takes out the Whimsicott, doesn't even get a chance. And so now we have Suds. What will Suds do? Brings in the Thunderbolt. Does moderate amount of damage, about 45%. Burn comes in, so it slows him down and does less damage when there is a status effect. So having that burn is huge. Having that burn is crucial. Komodo comes in, strong as ever. I believe since it's swapped out, correct me if I'm wrong, his buffs go away. So no buffies, but he survived to live another day. Let's see will this will turn. Komodo was a threat when he had those buffies. Now, without them, he's just a normal dragon with 34 HP in the orange. Let's see, Protect comes in. Gonna get a little bit of heals off the leftover, just buying some times. Uses Psychic, Protects. That's a good Protect. Hydro Pump comes in. It actually lands as well. Hydro Pump usually doesn't land. Survives with 3 HP. Scizor says, you know what? I'm in, I'm out. Super effective. Monster freaking damage. And he goes back into the hands of Stokes. So by default, Milotic must come out because Whimsicott got knocked off its chin. And so now, Milotic is here. We know it can heal. Komodo takes some heals. Takes those leftovers from the Protect. The burn goes down to Suds. And so now dimensions are back to normal. No more Trick Room. Now, will Jeffrey be aggressive and try to attack? Will Dre set up another Trick Room? Both sides are within half. Stokes a little bit less than half of Komodo, as well as Jeffrey a little bit less than half. So, where do we go from here? Because I believe this turn is going to essentially start turning the tables and decide game 1 of the semifinals between Stokes and Heydre. A Venusaur's knocked out on his side, a Whimsicott knocked out on Stokes' side. Both, as we know, have low HP, and both trainers are taking as much clock as they can to make decisions. That's how you know their brain is churning, their palms are sweaty, because times are taking longer for the move. Cling Scale comes in, Jeffrey goes. So that answers my question. A Trick Room will not be set up by Dre because it gets knocked. Sud comes in, Citrus Berry goes, and now it's at 99. Komodo defense goes down, Thunderbolt comes in, hits the Milotic. Does it take all of it? Milotic's gone. There it is. That is a turn that we need. Aggressiveness. And so now, Dre has 2 mons gone. Stokes has 2 mons gone. Stokes has a Scizor and a Komodo left. Dre has a Wash Rotom who's burned and a Mystery Mon because he hasn't revealed his third. Is it Primarina? Is it Torkoal? Is it Aggron? If y'all haven't yet, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Make sure y'all supporting the channel. Likes help us grow. Surprise helps us grow. I said surprise. Subscribes helps us grow. And boom! That's who you don't want to see right now. Is a fire type if you're a Scizor. But you don't want to see. At all. Now I am surprised. Maybe I missed something earlier. But Scizor never Mega Evolved. It Mega Evolved the last couple times. So it never Mega Evolved. But with that being said, there's a Harsh Sunlight and aggressive Scizor right in front. And that's the Mega we were talking about. Comes in a little later. Most likely because when Mons Mega, they change their abilities. So that means you lose one to gain one. And so now that it's Mega'd, there it is. Bullet Punch comes in, hits the Torkoal for a little bit on its chin. Not very effective, but with Eruption, you want to do as much damage as you can. Suds goes down. Smokey the Smoke goes down. Goes down to 63. So if an Erupt was coming, it went down a lot. Komodo survives. It survives. Torkoal does a heat wave instead, and both are knocked out. Not very effective on one side, extremely on the other. And there it is, game one of the semifinals. Goes to Dre. GG's to Dre, GG's to Stokes, and we are going to go back into this lobby for game two. I forgot to mega. First tournament jitter vibes, forgetting to mega. So, checking this, Speedy defeated Dubs on a 3-game winning streak. Dre just won, so Dre is up 1, Speedy's up 1. We're going to continue watching Stokes and Dre. This is Stokes' first time in the tournament. I would love to spectate, see how he does, and I want to give him a recap video. I try to change who's in the recap videos for the semifinals and finals. Granted, if you make the semifinals or finals, I mean, if you keep losing, you ain't finna get a recap. But it gives people a chance to show some love to those who support myself and the channel, to get their own featured video. And so we are going to be going back into this. Now, this is crucial because I believe that each its own. I believe that if Stokes would have megaed earlier, this game would have went differently. Because don't forget, it did do dual wing beat on Venusaur, and I believe when that happened, Venusaur didn't get knocked out. I believe it had 17 or 19 left. With the mega, its attack goes up. So that probably could have took out Venusaur earlier. Also, as a mega, your other stats go up as well. It probably could have ate more moves. So I'm not saying Stokes would have won if he had his mega Caesar, but I will say the game would have been a lot more interesting. So hopefully he remembers this time to click the button, but we'll see. Stokes, Dre, game 2, semifinals of our weekly tournament, Clash of Champions. Let's get active. And this time, Dre brings in an Aggron next to the Girafarig. And this time, Stokes has a Meganium next to a Caesar. So we can see from Dre's side what it's looking like. A Trick Room at its finest. But, as crazy as it is, Meganium's slow as poop. So this can go on Stokes' sides depending what he does. This can definitely favor him in a way that can help. A lot of times, Mons have max speed and hate Trick Rooms. But if your Mon's slow, then there it is. And this time, the Mega Meganium comes in. And so here we are for the Mega Meganium. Takes the Mega to the chin. Aggron is a Mega. We got 2 Megas right initially when the turn starts. Mega Aggron, Mega Meganium. Let's see where we go from here. Meganium using Earth Power, hitting it for a lot on the chin, bringing it down to 65 for the Mega Aggron. Super effective, special defense goes down. That's huge. Scizor does U-turn, as we know last time. That takes more than half. That Scizor is strong. Hold on, let me. I'm not strong, but that Scizor is. He's off that Popeye spinach. He says, now you see me, now you don't, like a magic trick. Takes the U-turn, and now Stokes has to show his third early. Unloaded comes in. GG's to Dubs and Speedy. I believe Speedy may have won both games in the semifinals versus Dubs. GG's to him. Now, Jeffrey uses the Trick Room. Comes in. Dimensions are twisted. Now, Milotic and Meganium both slow Mons. We know they're probably not slower than an Aggron, so Aggron does have an opportunity to get his lick back on Meganium for using that Earth Power. So now, a little bit more aggressive from Stokes. Last time in game 1, it took Stokes about 3 or 4 turns before doing any damage. This time, he's coming in more aggressive, and both Mons are well under 50%. So now, Heavy Slam comes in. Hits the Mega Meganium, does a good amount of damage. Super effective. It's a fairy type, that's steel, super effective. Hyper Voice comes in, hits both sides. Meganium goes down to 53, Milotic to 103. Milotic uses Coil. That is a buff. Attack, defense, accuracy has rose. Meganium comes in with Earth Power. That's going to take out the Mega Aggron. And so that, after turn 2, Dre's Mega is gone. And so now we have to see where Dre wants to put his strats. We have to see where Dre wants to be. Because this time, Stokes isn't passive, he's more aggressive. Dre was being more aggressive with the Mega Aggron in the Trick Room, but now that it's gone, What does he have in the back to help? Smokey comes in, Harsh Light comes in with it. And as you guys know, that Erupt is based off of HP. So having full HP in a Trick Room is on his side. Milotic is a water type. So that won't be affected as much for the Erupt, but we also do know that if he uses Scout or any other water moves, it won't do as much damage. Meganium is terrified. This does put a damp where Stokes can swap because he has a lot of grass mons in the back. Speaking of which, Sinister comes in with the hospitality set. Milotic, get some HP, drink this much and prepare for war. Eruption comes in from Smokey and it hits Sinister like a truck. His only job was to heal Milotic and get up out of there. That buff from the sunlight as well as having full HP. Psychic comes in, hits the Milotic, but it survives. Special defense goes down to 55. Special attack rose off of that because its ability. Now Hypnosis gets to put the Torkoal to night. Goes to sleep. So now the Menace. The reason why we see an X across good old Sinister's face is because of Torkoal, but Torkoal is just like Jimbo. He's taking a nap. The same way I like my pre-stream nap. So now Caesar comes in and he gets a little bit of chance to move. It also gives Stokes an opportunity to try to take some HP off of Smokey for the Eruption. We also do know from last game it has Heat Wave. So that's another thing to get scary. So Stokes has a decision. Is he going to focus on just knocking out Jeffrey? Or is he going to try to take Smokey to the graveyard? These are the decisions Stokes has to make. Dre has decisions as well. His big hitter Mega Aggron is gone. He has a Torkoal that's putting Z's, taking a nap. So his two big hitters are napping. His setup mon is at half HP. And we do not know what's in the back. Smokey is fast asleep. Psychic comes in, hits the Milotic, takes the Milotic to go. 2 X marks on Stokes' side. But he still has a Meganium. He still has a Scizor. Scizor's here with the U-turn. Hits Jeffrey, does super damage, but doesn't get to go anywhere because, well, he lost 2 mon. So he's going to swap out, ideally for Meganium, and then he's just going to come back. But now 2 mons are gone for Dre, 2 mons are gone for Stokes, and Dre, mon is sleepy deepy. Jacoby! Welcome in, Jacoby. It's good seeing you, brother. So now we get to reveal what is Dre's fourth. And it is Suds. So this is going to take some strats and some things to do. Meganium's below half, so he's at full HP. Smokey hits like a truck, is sleep. And Suds, who also hits pretty well, is at full HP. Now, you don't want to see a Meganium in front of a Suds. A lot of Meganiums do have Giga Drain. We'll suck Suds right up. Pause. We'll do what it needs to do to get HP. And so, let's see where we go. Smokey is still taking that nap. Will-O-Wisp comes in. It's the Caesar. Leaves it with a little burn mark on his chin. So now, 1 is sleep, 1 is burn. And now it gives Stokes an opportunity. Do a wing beat. And Smokey evades the attack. Bro evaded just to get slapped anyways. Earth Power comes in. Super effective. So Stokes doubled down on the Torkoal. He said, I need Buddy Boy gone. Doubles down on the Torkoal. Dimensions are back to normal. And so now, Suds is standing there alone. Scizor with a lot of HP and a burn mark. Meganium's low. Ray has a decision to make. Now that we know the dimensions are normal, ideally Scizor is the fastest on the field. Believes Suds might be the next fastest based off of their base speeds. And it also depends how much EV they put in their speeds. But as of now, we're going to say that. Meganium used Synthesis. Gets that HP bar right the poop back up. Using that nice sun to its advantage. U-turns, has nowhere to go. Hydro Pump comes in, evades the attack. The burn knocks, and there it is. Meganium's faster than I thought. My bad. Unless that was a priority move from Synthesis. I wish I could know every move and everything and just be a mental whoopee. But hey, we're learning, we're growing. And speaking of growing, make sure you're subscribed to help the channel grow. Make sure you like to help make this video grow. Now, back to where we are. Suds is trying to hold down the fort. Dre did take game 1. Stokes sold. I'm going to say he sold game 1 because Buddy Boy never made it. His Scizor. So now he's coming in with the Mega Meganium locked in. Solar Beam comes in to hit Suds, takes Suds for all its marbles. And game number 2 goes to Stokes. GG's to Stokes, GG's to Dre. Dre took game 1, Stokes took game 2. And now, ladies and gentlemen, game 3, whoever wins goes to the finals. And we are going to turn right to game 3. Woo! We got some matches, ladies and gentlemen. We got some matches, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Oh, man. Love a good game. Go Speedy game 3 starting now. Give both gentlemen an opportunity to get into the match. We're going to spectate. Give me some water because spectating is hard alone. I don't know what to say. So if you guys think my spectating is good, I would love a thumbs up or a good job in the chat because I don't know what the poop I'm doing. I don't know what the poop I'm doing. I will be updating Speedy. Courtesy rule, he's not watching. If Mari's still in here, she gets to watch Speedy in person while he battles, unless he's in the office with the door shut focusing, and then watch him on the screen. Thank you, Mari. I don't know about Worlds. I don't know about all that, but I appreciate it. So now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Pokemon enthusiasts and Pokemon haters. Game 3 of the semifinals. Stokes, Dre. Dre took game 1 because Stokes sold. Game 2, Stokes took it and was more aggressive. Now, this is the game that takes us to the finals. Stokes decides to start with a Skizor and a Meganium. Dre decides to start with a Lotus Flower Bomb and a Jeffrey. So now, we get to see how this works. Mari said, I'm watching my boyfriend in the finals because he will be battling whoever wins this game. And he needs his focus in the office, room shut, to see who he's battling in this game. Mega Meganium comes in. Stokes takes the Mega Knight. And so we know Mega Meganium or Mega Scizor could have been chosen. And he chooses Meganium once again. Now, Mega Venusaur comes in. So 2 grass, 2 megas. And honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a big fan of grass types. Hot topic, hot take, whatever you want to say. I think grass is the weakest. Fire and water starters are better. But to each its own, because 2 grass starters are holding down the weight. And they double down on Lotus. They really want Lotus gone. Dre's Lotus is in the red. 20 HP. This is scary. Sludge Bomb comes in. And that hits like a truck. Now we see why Stokes wanted him gone. He said 1 tap Timmy. What's a Mega if it gets 1 tap? Meganium's gone. Trick Room comes in. And now, this is where it gets interesting. Stokes' Mega is gone. He's 1 tap. Dre's Mega is in the red. He's 1 hit away. Mentions are twisted. How slow is Lotus? How slow is Komodo? Who will get to go first? Because that's going to determine how this turn 3 in this match goes. If they can get Lotus knocked off the map before he gets a move, we're good. If he gets a move off, that's going to be scary. So now, have to see where these gentlemen will take their abilities and take their talents. Because we both know, first game was very passive from Stokes. Second game was aggressive. Dre has played stagnant both games. Taking his time, being aggressive, taking his time making moves. So now, Psychic comes in. Jeffrey is the slowest. Hits Komodo, brings him down to 40. Very super effective. Now, Sludge Bomb comes in. Another double down, but not from the side of Stokes, a double down from the side of Dre. And so now, Stokes, he does a U-turn, hits the Lotus and takes it to go. And so, now, Stokes is down to his last 2 mons. he has to bring in 2. His last 2 are coming out. A T and a Caesar. Dre gets to show his 3rd. Not his 4th, but his 3rd. Bug types are the weakest, don't diss grass type. I'm talking about starters. Like, the weakest starters is grassies. That's why I said we got 2 starters. Like, water and fire types are better starters. Bugs go crazy. Don't look at Scizor. He's gonna crash out now and go crazy just because you said that. And so now, Sinister with full HP, Scizor with full HP, Smokey and Jeffrey. This is scary because Heat Wave hits like a truck, Eruption hits like a truck, and Smokey is hands down the slowest on the field with 2 Mons that are weak versus freaking fire. One is more weak than the other, Caesar. And so now, Jeffrey buffs him up with a helping hand. Dang, Jeffrey's slower than Torkoal. It's crazy. That boy is slow. Does the helping hand, Eruption, plus the buff, plus helping hand, plus stab, plus everything. And Sinister and Caesar is gone. GG's to Stokes. GG's to Dre. That Venusaur handled business. And so now we move on to the finals between Hey Dre and Speedy. And if you want to see that match, make sure you subscribe so you can see when that video is posted. And again, GG's to both players. That boy was hitting like a freaking truck. Oh boy. Eruptions based off of HP, plus a stab, plus the Sunny, plus the helping hand, plus Caesar is extremely effective. Woo! GG's. And so now in the finals, oh boy. This finals is gonna be crazy. Skeptile Rex Swampert and Resist Blaziken if Skeptile is Mega. I guess. I mean, you're gonna pick 1 gen out of 10, but sure. That 1 gen is alright. Alright. Speedy and Dre. I have alerted Speedy. I have alerted Dre. And there we go. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. This is about to be fun, boy. I believe. I know Dre's streaming. I don't know if Speedy's streaming. I know Dre is. Because I seen his notification. I don't know if I got notification from Speedy. My notifications haven't been the best. Oh boy. This is gonna be a fun one. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get it. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Timbo back with another video. And this is Clash of Champions Week 3 tournament. The finals. Hey Dre, Speedy going against each other. Both teams are up here, so I'll let y'all analyze that screen. If you guys aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We have weekly tournaments every Tuesdays for doubles at 7 p.m. Central and every Wednesday for singles 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you ever want to join a tournament, hit my info on my YouTube channel as well as in Discord. Get that link, sign up. There's 8 slots, first come, first serve. This week, the tournament slots were filled up, so just make sure you go in there early. And let's get to it. If you guys don't know, Dre and Speedy are both my best friends growing up, so I'm excited for this match. I was actually the best man in Dre's wedding. And so, these two gentlemen here, my best friends from high school. We play on the same basketball team. And so, watching them go from round 1 to semifinals to finals, and seeing a 4-win streak under Speedy's name, by default, I'm not biased. But if I can see that knocked off, a win streak, that always makes me smile. Not saying I want either person to win, but a win streak has to crumble at some point. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Week 3 Clash of Champions finalist. Hey Dre, Speedy. We have Jeffrey on the left, and for the first time, we see Dre bring out the Primarina. I wonder what it can do. Now, Speedy, there's a new team from Speedy this week. The last few weeks, he went to the finals. Last week, Dre was actually the reigning champion. And so, knowing Speedy was in the finals week 1, Dre actually won week 2. So seeing them both in week 3 and they both made 2 new teams is interesting. So I don't really know which Speedy's going to be with this. He does have a Kingambit on the right and a Sneasler on the right with some things in the back. Dre, as we just said, Primarina's new. We've been spectating because we watched Hey Dre in the semifinals. And so now, close combat comes in for Sneasler. Hits Jeffrey for a good amount. Hits him for around half. Defense, special defense goes down. Wire Herb comes back. And now, depending on Sneasler's ability, which we know his speed will go up. Because if it was Poison Touch, he would have been poisoned. Jeffrey goes down and tries to hit Hey Dre. And so now, 102 by the Gambit. A little bit more. Psychic comes in. Hits the Sneasler. Sneasler is gone. Extremely effective. So both sides focusing on one mon they don't want to look at. Dre focusing on, I don't want to see Sneasler. Speedy focusing on, I don't want to see that Girafarig. And so now, Delphox comes in. Both are aggressive turn 1, and I love that. A finals match where both players like, you know what? I'm going to go out swinging before he hits me first. Oh, thank you, Ark, for putting Dre's stream in there. If you want to watch Dre's point of view as well, that's awesome. And so, right now, though Speedy has one gone, Dre has one that's low. We're going to see where we can be with this because we do know Kingambit. He ain't a sucker, but he can punch, and that's something he loves to do. You know what I'm saying? That sucker punch comes in when a move's being attacked. And so now, both players are going to take their time. They're going to do what they got to do. And Speedy coming in with a Mega Delphox. That looks so beautiful. If you guys don't know, you can only get Mega Delphox if you have Legend ZA and transfer your Delphox over. So Speedy did a little work today to make this team. So now, Jeffrey is ready. The helping hand. Protect comes in, buying some time for the Delphox. And here we go. Ironhead comes in, hits, Jeffrey takes it to go. So Jeffrey is gone. One mon is gone, but Dre still has its move. It left with a helping hand before it left. Hyper Voice comes in. Delphox is protected, and now it hits Kingambit. It's enough. So now Speedy has 2 mons knocked off. Sneasler, Kingambit, he has a Mega Delphox and a secret one in the back. Will it be Garchomp, Gyarados, or Clefable? Now, on the left-hand side, Dre got knocked off from the Girafarig. Primarina standing there with a little bit of HP left, but Dre still has 2 more in the back. One he's going to show, and one he's going to keep in his back pocket. So now Speedy comes in with the Garchomp. Beautiful synergy. I love that. I love it. I love it. Levitate does come in from the Delphox, and so with Levitate, Earthquakes can't affect it when Garchomp does it. Good synergy. We have Suds. That's scary. 2 water types in front of Delphox, especially depending on Primarina's ability. If it has Hyper Voice, it can hit both sides for water damage. It changes all voice moves to water, which both are weak against. Primarina avoids the attack from the Rock Slide. Rock Slide comes in and does hit Suds, brings him down to 119. So now here we are. Calm Mind from the Delphox. Delphox is trying to get jiggy. Get jiggy. Get jiggy. So Calm Mind on the Delphox, special attack and special defense rises. Hydro Pump comes in. Garchomp avoids the attack. Hyper Voice comes in, hits Delphox for half, hits Garchomp for half, and now that's the end of the turn. This is scary. Though Delphox is down to 92, and though Dre has him on in the back, never do you want to look at a Mega Delphox in the eyes after it Calm Minds. That's something you never want to do. So though Dre does have a little bit of advantage based off of how many mons, he has a full Purina, 119 stud is him on the back. But that Delphox can change that in a second. And now, Rock Slide comes in, his Suds hit Primarina, hoping for flinches on that side. Selkie comes in from the Delphox, takes out Suds. Great decision because Suds Hydro Pump, if it connects, will be the end of times. So now, Hyper Voice comes in, hits both sides. Delphox and Garchomp survive. That's what's not want to be seen on Dre's side. Primarina the slowest and doesn't do its job. Its job is to clean up the leftovers, but it doesn't. Mega Venusaur comes in. Well, technically it's not Mega, but we know what it can do. Now, that's what we don't want to see. If I'm Dre, I would hate to see a Venusaur versus a Delphox. But if I am Dre, I do love to see that both of them are in the red. So depending how Speedy executes this, there's potential on both sides. This right now, obviously, will determine everything this last turn. It can go to either player right now. Both sides have opportunity. Both sides can hit like a truck. Mega Venusaur does come in, and let's see how this turn plays out. Rock Slide comes in. Speedy's hoping for a flinch. Hits Primarina for a good amount. Hits Lotus for a little bit. And so now, Delphox comes in. Hits the Primarina. Takes the Primarina to go. So no more Primarina. Now it's Dre's turn. Is he flinch or does he get a move? And so Lotus is flinched and he cannot move. There it is. And so now, Delphox, Garchomp, both in the red, a fire type. Mega Venusaur on the left by himself. So just like we said, you never want to see a Mega Delphox look you in the eyes after a Calm Mind. One of the most scariest things, because now that Mega Delphox just put in work on the last few Mon of Dre's. So now Psychic comes in, hits Lotus for all of its marbles, and there it goes. A Calm Mind Mega Delphox going crazy off the Psychic. Both make a roar, and GG's to both sides. Speedy, the Incineroar admirer, takes the win, and Pokemaniac Dre falls short this match. Oh man. Session interrupted. What the heck is that? Better not take away Speedy's win streak. Doubles battle, create room. They're probably both like, what the heck happened? That's weird. We've definitely been in rooms longer and had streams longer. So the first thing I'm gonna do is invite the two gentlemen so they can start their game. Invite Dre and invite Speedy first. Do not know what happened. I will invite the other gentlemen as well if they would like to keep battling in the other courts. That is up to them. I will still give them an option if they would like to battle in the other courts or if they would like to spectate live, because the stream does have a delay. I will text both gentlemen that the room just closed. Sending new invites. Yeah, it's a new room, so I'm gonna take Speedy's win streak away. Well, Speedy has a 5-win streak, so I'm gonna keep track of it. And if he does manage to sweep in the finals, I will acknowledge his 6-win streak, because can't control a freaking game. Just closing the lobby. We've definitely had lobbies open for like 3-4 hours, so seeing it close after our stream's an hour and 38 minutes, and we did not start the stream closing with the room open. It closed after an hour and a half. Very weird. It also kicked out Rob earlier when he was battling. So yeah, I don't know. Exclamation mark slow. Exclamation mark slow. Exclamation mark hug. So that in itself is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. And so I texted both gentlemen. They'll probably be here shortly. So what I want you guys to do now, actually, since we have a little time, the guys might be battling. We were still in the room when you left. So I got kicked out the room. Wait, I'm the host of the room, and even if I leave now, it says if you're the creator, it closes for everybody. So unless they got in before it closed, but it kicked me out. So if I leave, everybody should be forced to leave. Let me call them and see. Or actually, you guys were not kicked. Huh. That's never happened. So it kicked me, but it left the party open, but it just says leader leaves, everyone leaves. Oh yeah. They are in a match. That's crazy. Huh. Well, yeah, the game bugged. I don't know what to say. It's crazy. Everyone's still in the room. When it distinctly says, I'm the room creator, it will close if you leave. Same thing that happened. Let's see. What I'm going to do is, give me 1 second, gentlemen. I'm gonna see if I can make some happen. I'm gonna see if I can make some shake. We'll see how fast I can make it shake. See what I could do for y'all. Let me see what I could do. You don't close on naturally. That's why we're able to stay in the room. I know I didn't close on naturally, but regardless, if you're the room creator, it will close if you leave. That's just simple what it says. So I know it didn't leave naturally, but let's see if I can make some shake. Let's see. All right. It's bougie, but I mean, here we are. Oh wow, I did all that just for it to but you have to naturally disband to game as long as you're still in the room. All right, very weird bug, but very, very weird bug. But I mean, here we are. I will say that here we are. All right, so game 2 crashed because we had a bug. And so my brother Dre is live streaming. His stream is in the link down below. And so we're just second party spectating because I want to watch. We caught the tail end of the match and it looks like Dre won. And so, yeah. Pokemon Champions Week 3. This is Dre's profile. If y'all want to check it out, twitch.tv/HeyDre, HeyDreee. There's 3 E's at the end. Very weird bug that just kicked me out randomly, but at least we can see. So, a little bootsy, it's a little bootleg, and we missed game 2, but you know, you can't control it, and here we are. So, let's see where Dre comes in. I still have like the little happy music in the background and just letting it rock. So we are going to spectate. This is so funny because the music isn't right and the hits aren't right. Let me see. Does it take the desktop audio? Let me turn this on. I hear Dre's audio, but all right. You guys probably can't hear Dre, but at least you guys have background noise. But let's see. Caesar comes with the dire. His premier. Oh my goodness. Get to see Dre's reaction and getting smoked. Oh. Ironhead comes in. Jeffrey stays alive. Sit like a truck.
No way.
It's like a good old truck. Oh boy. I ain't gonna lie. This is kind of funny that it happened like this because then we can see like his facial expression live. But like I said, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. But I'm low-key enjoying it. See this reaction live. So we also get to see who Dre brings in. So it's kind of a spoiler, but it's a fun spoiler. So yes, between Lotus and Suds, we have Gambit and Sneasel on that side. Let's see how we can rock. Speedy won game 1. Dre won game 2. Now we're down to game 3. We got the bootleg version. If you've ever been to LA, you've been to the alley. They be on the corner selling CDs that they recorded off their little camcorder Nokia phone. So now that's what we own. We on the bootleg. And so Dre has to make his decisions. He has Psychic, and he's going to go for the Sneasler. Let's see. Is he going to Mega? Does take the Mega. Looks like he's considering Leech Seed. Leech Seed comes in on the King Gambit. And so, Mega Stone, let's see if he can get both of those moves off, or will he get knocked off his chin. Mega Venusaur comes in. Sneasel uses Close Combat. Shiny Sneasler uses Close Combat, I should say. 41, defense and special defense goes down. White Herb comes in. Fixes it up. King Gambit uses Iron Head. Knocks off Jeffrey. Jeffrey is gone. And so now, Leech Seed goes to King Gambit. That's a little passive. But it gives some HP and it gives opportunity to survive a little bit longer. Because now, Venusaur is getting some free heals off of that. So King Gambit goes down to 87%. And we have Suds. So Suds and Venusaur are going to have to hold it down for Dre. Speedy has all of his full mons. Will-O-Wisp comes in, trying to slow down that King Gambit, do as much damage as it can. Will-O-Wisp goes to the Gambit, and Dre ideally wants He wants. Does he want the Will-O-Wisp? He's second guessing himself. He's scared. Now we see why the moves take so long. Not because they're taking their time to think, but just because they're clicking, exiting. Sucker Punch comes in, hits the Suds. Close Combat also comes in, doubling down on the Suds, doing a lot of damage. Suds is gone, and you can see from Dre's lips, wow! Coming straight out of the mouth of Dre. Lotus comes in with the Synthesis. HP is already full, doesn't take any damage. Gets a little bit of Leech Life, which does it, and Dre said, I'm not finna deal with this poop. And forfeits to Speedy. So our champion for this week, in ghetto fashion, is Speedy. GG's to Dre, GG's to Speedy. I kind of want to leave the stream up so they can see Dre's face on it. Yeah, it still shows me as a room member, but it doesn't let me back in. That's so weird. I don't know. I'm all shoulders. It still showed me in the room. I'm all shoulders. But shoot. GG's. Speedy is reigning champion. What the poop just happened to my screen? That was weird. Oh boy. So now Reaper and Stokes are battling. Speedy, I don't even know if it was ugly because the game went out. Trop, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for staying with us. We're right in that time frame that I was telling you. It's about 2 hours, you know. We had a full 8 teams. We did have a little bit hiccups in the beginning. It's 1 hour and 51 minutes, so it should take longer than 2 hours. And then, you know, if you want to stay longer, you know. But I do appreciate you stopping by, and I'm happy you'll be there next week. If you want to message me on Discord so I can see what your Discord name is, because I know you joined the Discord, but it never showed because I would add you to the Champions tab so you get notifications and alerts. But yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, GG's to Dre, GG's to Speedy. I got kicked out halfway through, and so didn't really get an opportunity. I don't know what's going on here. An opportunity to watch the second game, but GG's to both. Mari, see you next week. Good tournament. And so now, week 1 doubles. The champion was Reaper. Week 2, the champion was Dre. And now week 3, the champion Speedy. Yeah, it just crashed. It kicked me out of nowhere. I tried to call you guys, but I didn't know if you guys crashed too or not. And so I literally, you guys can go watch the video. I went on OBS, went to Google, and I just screen shared Dre's screen. So when Dre got hit with that dire claw, all you hear him say is, wow. I didn't have Dre's audio, but you could just read his lips, and you just see bro's face go, I'm like, damn. I'm like, you'll need a lip reader for that one, boy. Oh, that thing had me rolling. It was bootleg, but it was funny because we had an opportunity to like just see Dre's reaction. It did take out the climax because we usually don't know what you guys are gonna do, so it did take that away. But just seeing his face light up and say "wow," to me was the funniest thing. I was just giggling. Bruh. Let's see if we get a shiny. Okay, we got a little Sparkle Darkle. We don't. I would rather send a shiny Tinka. We don't have a shiny Trevelyan. All these are shinies I could send over. I don't have a Frost Rotom. All right, the Rotoms are hard to get. Actually, how many tickets do I have? So if you guys don't know this, let me show you guys something, just in case you guys don't know. When you go to your lineup, if you click meet new lineup, and then at the top it says use ticket. If you click use ticket, you can choose what type, and it boosts the chances of getting those types. Usually what I've noticed, I've used them a couple times the first 3 slots. I think I have like over, at one point I had over 30, but then I've been using some of them. You get affinity tickets by doing challenges and matches. And so like using super effective moves with fairy types and bringing so many fairy types out to the field. And it's part of your like achievements, and they'll reward you that. And so, if you want a specific type, you can do that. I don't really know what I want because I don't know what I want to build, so I don't want to use them now. But I'll do one more to see if I can get a shiny. So let's do one more quick ticket to see if we get a shiny. All this battling makes me want to battle. So I won 1 ranked match, and then we'll have our verse of the day. Because I kind of want to, give me some games in after watching y'all. Florgus. I would do a trial. I really don't want you, but I already paid to get in here. I believe they're already on call, but I'm going to be in like 15 minutes. I'm literally going to do 1 rank match, and then we're going to end the stream, and I'm going to hop in Discord. So, people are already in there, but I do want to get 1 rank match in. Watching everybody battle got me a little itched, especially that you're higher than me. Can't let that happen. Can't let that happen. But make sure you guys stay because we do have our Bible verse of the day. And I'm really excited for today's verse because though we have the Bible verse of the day and I'm speaking out loud, I'm really saying it to myself because there's so many things that I know I can work on and do better. And I know that there's so many things that we all can do better with our walk. So let's see. Yeah, right after this we're gonna end the stream and then we're gonna hop in Discord. So hey, GG's Dre. That's 2 weekends in a row you went to the finals, so you're locked in. You are locked in, brother. You've been doing great. You have been doing great, brother. Rightfully so. My cheeks. Rightfully so. I can't wait for the new season and regrind all the way up to Master and see what mons they add. I heard they're adding Gen 3. I don't know if that's true or not, but I guess we'll have to see. I think I'm gonna start using my VP just to buy items, even if it's items I don't use, just so I can have items ready for when mons come out. We got Frisky and found my leftovers. We got Frisky and found my Mega Knight. I usually use Rage Powder. He's gonna swap out. You know what? I feel like gambling today. Let's gamble. I took off Protect and went with Shell Smash. I thought it was -1/+1 on the stats, but I didn't know it was -1/+2. So I see why Speedy's a Shell Smash lover. I see why he's a Smash lover. Super Smash Brother lover. Let's see what we got here. Most times they show their Basque Legion and swap out. So just in case it stayed, we didn't matcha gotcha. I didn't want to be passive doing Rage Powder, knowing that a lot of times they leave. So we'll see where that goes. The Last Respect does come in. No one's dead, so it takes damage. So he does stay. We get a Shell Smash. About to attack with our Blastoise Knight. Goodness gracious. Oh my. I should have just went for the attack. Bro hit like a truck. Veneta Voids comes in. How much does that do for you? 50? Could have been better. Definitely could have been better. Now our Snealers doesn't really help because we don't get the fake out that we want. We don't get that fake out that we want. So it's safe to say I should have Rage Powder like I usually do. Do we feel like setting up? That Banette is hidden. Basque Legion goes. He got his lick and dipped. Pelipper evades. Good. Hurricane comes in, never misses in rain. I need at least half, bro. I honestly want more. We'll take that. Confused, we'll take that. Should have hit your first Matcha Gotcha. We wouldn't even be in this situation, but he missed anyways. Sylveon's burn, but Net's gone. We fully heal. That Basque Legion is going to be a problem still, though. That Basque Legion is going to be a problem. Fake out's not going to work on the Basque Legion. That's going to be a Neasler. Ideally gets a fake out. Rage Powder. Sylveon's a lot of times have Hyperverse for doubles. Did get the confusion. I did not acknowledge that. You're right. And confusion. You're right. These are used Protect. Then it's gonna go for Hyper Voice, so Rage Powder. Well, Hyper Voice wouldn't affect you anyway, so I have to go for something else. No, Hyper Voice does affect. Good way to be passive. Leftovers comes in. Burn goes in. We're still gonna keep swinging at Sneasler. Probably has a Focus Slash, which is annoying, but we gotta keep swinging at Sneasler. Eats the Dire Claw. Hyper Voice. My goodness. His ability makes normal moves fairy. That's what I thought. Primarina has the same ability. Well, for water. Oof, GG's. This is rough. GG's. Basket Legion comes in as we thought. Put to sleep. I should have low-key close combat the Sneasler to go quicker. I wish that would have did a status on Basket Legion. GG's. Bow, 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 bow. That Banette taking out the Blastoise changed it. I should have stuck with the usual plan of using Rage Power to get the free Shell Smash, and then after that I swap in the Pelipper, so with the rain and the buffs from Shell Smash I can just fire my moves. I should have stuck with the game plan. What it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Why you look like that, bro? We just lost one today, gang. We ain't down that bad. Why you look so sad? Why you look so sad? Bro, look. Out here giving a mopey face, boy. Fix your face. That's what my mom used to tell me before I got in trouble in the grocery store. I got popped. Fix your face. Anyways, I'm really excited for this one. Just because when I read it, I like to do my reading my Bible verse that we're gonna have for the day right before the stream, just so it just is refreshing as we stream. But if you guys don't know, at the end of each stream we have a daily Bible verse of the day, and we've been going through a Be Still, Hopeful Heart 90-day devotional. And today's verse of the day is Matthew 8:26-27. And the devotional is titled, Even the Waves Obey Him. He replied, You of little faith, why are you so afraid? Then he got up and rebuked the wind and the waves, and it was completely calm. The men were amazed and asked, What kind of man is this? Even the wind and waves obey him. And I feel like that's so strong in itself, because how many winds and how many waves have we been getting hit by these last few days, these last few weeks, these last few months? When I say wind and waves, it's trials, tribulations, battles. Each of us go through daily battles that we may not express, we may just hold in, and we might just try to get through ourselves. But some of us, it's very hard to express yourself. I know for me it is as well. So just knowing that though they were going through wind and waves, physically and literally, the Lord was there to stop it. But think of what we go through mentally and emotionally or financially. So many wind and waves we get hit by on the daily basis, but he still protects us. And one few sentences here that really stuck out is that Jesus knew that the disciples needed to physically feel and see his power. Even though their faith had drifted, his authority had not. The disciples were placing their trust in what they could see, but Jesus was asking them to trust in what they could not see. So with that being said, I want to ask you, are you trusting what you can see, or are you trusting in the Lord? That's a question I have to ask myself and reflect as well. Are you trusting on, man, my circumstance is terrible, my situation is terrible, I'm going through all these things, I can't get out of it? Or are you trusting that the same Lord that saved the disciples back then from the wind and waves, the same one who will destroy my wind and waves, metaphorically? And so I just want to leave that food for thought. And today's Bible verse of the day is Matthew 8:26-27. He replied, such a good verse. He replied, "You of little faith, why are you so afraid?" Then he got up and rebuked the wind and waves, and it was completely calm. The men were amazed and asked, "What kind of man is this? Even the wind and waves obey him." Ooh, that's strong. And a fun fact, it says to not be afraid 365 times in the Bible, different verses. 365 different times, 365 different verses in the Bible, it says to not be afraid. Why are you afraid to not be afraid? There's exactly 365 days in the year. So every day you can have a Bible verse on to have confidence, faith, trust, and hope in the Lord, and to not be afraid. I appreciate everyone who came, everyone who stopped by. I love you. Jesus loves you. I'm so happy that you guys stayed to listen to the verse of the day. And until next time, peace.